Hello, NBA fans. Daily news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a fan of the Lakers show and I hope you'll subscribe to the channel and give it a like. Dalton Knecht hasn't yet established himself with the Lakers, and one option is to trade him. The Lakers need a wing with good three-point shooting and a center to help with the rotation. Mock trade has the Los Angeles Lakers will enter the 2025-26 season looking to build off last season and make a run at a championship behind their star duo of LeBron James and Luka Doncic. Of course, the Lakers finished third in the Western Conference standings last season, but they were unable to make it out of the first round of the playoffs as they fell to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now they will look to bounce back this season with James, Doncic and Austin Reeves leading the way, though they also made some key additions to their roster this offseason. In the offseason, the Lakers signed DeAndre Ayton, Jake LaRavia, and Marcus Smart in free agency to upgrade their roster, and they also signed Doncic to a massive 3-year contract extension. By making these moves, the Lakers were able to fill some key holes in their roster as they try to make a run at another championship this season. Lakers could target Suns duo ahead of trade deadline to bolster roster. While the Lakers are looking to make a title run this season, they may also be active ahead of the trade deadline to bolster their roster to improve their odds. Two players they could target are Nick Richards and Royce O'Neal of the Phoenix Suns to upgrade their frontcourt and wing depth. With the Suns blowing up their roster this offseason as they try to rebuild around Devin Booker and Jalen Green, they may be open to moving some of their veteran players, and the Lakers could show interest in both Richards and O'Neal if Phoenix makes them available. Mock trade swaps Knecht for Richards, O'Neal. In a potential trade, the Lakers could send Dalton Knecht, Gabe Vincent and draft capital to the Suns in exchange for Richards and O'Neal. While moving on Knecht could be difficult for the Lakers to do, swapping him and Vincent for Richards and O'Neal could be a solid move for them to make, especially with Knecht's trade value decreasing. For Richards, he would give the Lakers another reliable big man in their frontcourt alongside Ayton and Jackson Hayes. Last season, the 27-year-old center averaged 9.5 points, 8.6 rebounds, and 0.8 blocks per game while shooting 60.5% from the field over 36 games with the Suns after they acquired him from the Charlotte Hornets. Richards is a solid inside scorer and rebounder, which is both things the Lakers could use off the bench as they have struggled with their frontcourt since trading Anthony Davis to the Dallas Mavericks in the Doncic trade last season. For O'Neal, he would provide the Lakers with a 3-and-D wing who could play a key role for the team off the bench. Last season, the 32-year-old forward averaged 9.1 points, 4.7 rebounds, 2.2 assists and 0.9 steals per game while shooting 42.3% from the field and 40.6% from three. O'Neal is a reliable scorer, rebounder, and defender who would upgrade Los Angeles's forward depth and give them another key player off the bench this season. By making this trade, the Lakers would be able to add 2 more key players to their roster as they try to make a run at a title this season. JJ Redick praises fantastic effort from Gabe Vincent in preseason. Gabe Vincent has been a standout for the Los Angeles Lakers through the first 5 games of the 2025-26 preseason. He has played in 3 of LA's games thus far and is averaging 17 points per game on 50% from beyond the arc, 11-4-22. Getting that version of Vincent would be a huge win for head coach JJ Redick. The Lakers signed Vincent away from the Miami Heat in the summer of 2023 to a 3-year contract. He was coming off of a stellar postseason run all the way to the NBA Finals, and general manager Rob Pelinka felt he would be a good secondary 3-and-D guard next to LeBron James, Austin Reeves, and Anthony Davis at the time. But injuries held him out of nearly the entire 2023-24 season, and he was streaky in 2024-25. Now, Redick is loving what he's seeing as Vincent enters the final year of that deal he signed with the Lakers. "Yeah, he's been fantastic," Redick said. "Really as an on-ball guy. He's created advantages for us. I think his movement in early offense sets and then his movement in our half-court has been really good. I think he's pushing himself right now to get in fantastic shape and be able to do that, sustain that, for a longer period. That would be the goal for him." Vincent had stretches of strong play last season, and it showed just how impactful he can be for the Lakers when he's playing well. LA does not have significant depth when it comes to two-way players. At his best, Vincent is one of the lone players on the Lakers roster who can be a net positive on both ends of the floor. However, the Lakers have yet to see that version of Vincent consistently. This preseason, though, is the first sign of hope that he can be that guy this season. James being out of the mix for the opening of the season gives Vincent an opportunity to run some offense and be a lead guard next to Luka Doncic and Reeves. Gabe Vincent happy to show more of skill set. With the Lakers being cautious throughout the preseason and not wanting to overwork their top players, it has allowed an opportunity for others to step up and really show what they're capable of. Arguably no one has taken more advantage of that than Gabe Vincent. Vincent finished LA's most recent preseason contest with a game-high 22 points on the night and looks poised to be an important part of the Lakers' rotation. Because of the limited availability of Luka Doncic and LeBron James this preseason, Vincent has found himself needing to do more for the Lakers, and he is happy to show more of what he can do on the court. I think it's just been a unique situation where I've been able to showcase more of my skill set during this preseason, Vincent said. Obviously when we're whole I'm not going to be running the one like that, as frequently. We got great players in Luka, Bron, AR, they'll probably be featured quite a bit so I'll probably be off the ball a lot more. So when I'm on the ball I just wanted to show my skill set and be aggressive and try to help us win a game. Austin Reeves could sign $240 million contract with Lakers next offseason. Los Angeles Lakers star guard Austin Reeves is entering the 5th season of his NBA career. It's been quite the ride for Reeves, as he went undrafted in the 2021 NBA draft out of the University of Oklahoma. For years later, he has established himself as one of the top players in the league. Each and every season, Reeves has improved his game and has taken it to a new level. Last season was his best, and the expectation is that this season will be his best yet. The 26-year-old guard has proved his worth, and the Lakers recognized that, which is why they signed him to a massive contract after the 2022-23 season. The Lakers and Reeves signed a 4-year, $54 million contract, which was viewed as a bargain then and an absolute steal now. Reeves has proven that he is no one-year wonder and has the talent and skill to be a top player on a winning team. The expectation is that teams will treat him as such when he is expected to be an unrestricted free agent next summer. Initial reports suggest that Reeves could garner north of $30 million annually next summer. Still, this report by Keith Smith of Spotrac suggests that Reeves could sign a $240 million contract over 5 years, which would have him sign a contract worth $40 million annually. The most likely path for Austin Reeves is to decline his $14.9 million player option for 2026-27, then to re-sign with the Lakers as an unrestricted free agent. For reference, here's the projected max the Lakers could offer Reeves next summer. 2026-27, $41 500 0002027-28, $44 820 0002028-29, $48 140 0002029-30, $51 for 60 0002030-31, $54,780,000, player option, total, 5 years, $240,700,000. This deal would only happen if he chooses to re-sign with the Lakers. The star guard has made it clear that he wants to stay in the purple and gold, and all signs so far point to him remaining in Los Angeles after next summer. It's super hard, Reeves said in an interview with ESPN LA in late September. If you would have told me even 3 years ago that I was going to have the opportunity to make that money, then I would have jumped on it in a heartbeat. But it's a business at the end of the day. That doesn't mean that I don't want to be in LA. I want to be in LA for my whole career and hopefully we can make that happen. Reeves will open up the season as the Lakers' second option, with LeBron James sidelined to start the season. Painfully obvious reason Luka Doncic should be MVP favorite. Voter fatigue will be working in the favor of the Los Angeles Lakers superstar. Sometimes it can just be exhausting seeing the same guy win something over and over again. It's why LeBron James only has 4 NBA MVPs to his name. It's why Nikola Jokic did not win 5 in a row over these last few seasons. It's why Luka Doncic should get a natural advantage at winning his first. Voter fatigue is often a big part of the race for the NBA's most coveted individual award. One does not need to look further than the previous 2024-25 season for prime evidence of that fact. Jokic delivered an individual campaign of the likes no one had ever seen before. No other player in NBA history had finished in the top 3 of per-game averages for points, rebounds, and assists. No center in league history had averaged a triple-double before him. No one cared. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was the new kid on the block, delivering a pretty impressive season of his own. It also helped that his Oklahoma City Thunder had a better regular season finish. All of that helped him overcome Jokic. Now, it is Doncic's turn. Luka Doncic's redemption storyline should make him clear MVP favorite. For what it's worth, the NBA general managers did gather recently for their annual survey ahead of the new campaign. The votes cast suggested Jokic is still the top dog in this race, with 67% favoring the Denver Nuggets superstar. Gilgeous-Alexander was third on the GM's ballot with 7%. One would imagine the Thunder and the Canadian point guard would need to greatly outdo last year's campaign for SGA to win back-to-back MVPs. Doncic captured 10% of the votes from the NBA GMs, setting a clear expectation for him to be in that race. If the Slovenian superstar were to win the award in 2025-26, it would actually extend an impressive MVP run from international superstars. An American-born player has not won MVP since 2018. In having that discussion, it is important to remember general managers are not the ones picking these MVPs. That is the media's job. On top of the voter fatigue, everyone knows Doncic has the narrative. That should go a long way with the actual voters. Luka has yet to be crowned with the NBA MVP despite some impressive individual seasons. Is the Lakers point guard going to turn into one of those players who the MVP somehow manages to elude throughout his career? That would be a genuine surprise for someone who is considered generational by the public. As much as one would not want to reduce the NBA MVP to simply narratives, overlooking that aspect of the race would be disingenuous. Everything has lined up nicely for Doncic. Luka will undoubtedly provide the numbers. The Lakers just need to back those up with wins. Jackson Hayes wants to grant Luka Doncic a wish few saw coming. The Los Angeles Lakers center wants to join Doncic on the Slovenian national team. Life in Hollywood has been pretty good for Jackson Hayes ever since Luka Doncic joined the Los Angeles Lakers. The high-flying center was able to showcase immediate chemistry with the franchise's newest superstar, pivoting that into extending his stay in Los Angeles. Now, Hayes wants to do right by Doncic. "That's my guy," Hayes told the media, hat tip Istok Franco. "We're working on getting me a Slovenian passport right now so I can play with him next summer." The Lakers' Jackson Hayes said last night in Las Vegas that he is trying to secure a Slovenian passport to play alongside Luka Doncic on Slovenia's national team as its naturalized player. Doncic had an incredible run at Eurobasket 2025 this summer. The Slovenian superstar played so well for his national team that many would be forgiven for thinking he was the best player on the planet at the time. Slovenia managed to exceed expectations and make it all the way to the quarterfinals of the tournament before losing 99-91 to the eventual champions, Germany. Doncic accomplished that Herculean carry job without any other NBA player on the roster. Hayes could soon change that fact. Hayes could make Luka's wish come true by suiting up alongside him for Slovenia. This is not the first time Doncic has tried to bring one of his centers from the NBA to his national team. Basket News reminded everyone that Slovenia had previously explored the idea of naturalizing Daniel Gafford. That move never came to pass. Doncic clearly has a type when it comes to his centers. Lob threats and rim runners are the type of big guys the superstar point guard loves to share the court with on the offensive end. Gafford is a more reliable defender than Hayes on any day of the week. However, the issues with foul trouble that have plagued the Lakers center could be less noticeable on an international stage. FIBA referees typically allow for more contact than NBA officiating. For Doncic, getting any type of support from his NBA teammates would be a massive gift. The generational talent was forced to take on an incredible heavy load to give Slovenia a proper fighting chance at Eurobasket 2025. Knecht led the competition in scoring, averaging 34.7 points per game on 45.8% shooting from the field. The all-world talent added 8.6 rebounds, ranking 8th in the tournament, and 7.1 assists per game, ranking 3rd, to go with the bucket-getting. There was only one other teammate, Klemen Prepelic, who averaged double-digit points for Slovenia at Eurobasket 2025. Knecht's pick-and-roll sets should give Luka an outlet for some easy offense and consistent scoring support. Knecht led Slovenia in all 5 major categories at the tournament. Hayes could at least give him someone who can change that in the next international go-around for the small European nation.